Okay. So, just a little bit about tension. And I think most of the time for me, what's been keeping me away from singing is that I'm carrying a lot of tension. And so when I'm coming in to sing, I'll just start right away because I'm on a time frame. And really, I find that I really need to take the time to get into my body, get my body before I sing, before I try to even vocalize. I feel like saying sing is even higher pressure than what I'm doing here at this early stage. So like, I just kind of am like, okay, first of all, shaking out, just literally physically shaking out my wrists, which I'm using all day long. And then just sort of, whether this is sort of a spiritual shake my head, nope. And then it later will be sort of more of a range of motion, finding nope. You know, just looking and finding where I might be tense. I do a lot of like, I'll kind of extend my hands to the side, and I'll do this kind of wrist stuff. I have some wrist pain in my right wrist that's chronic, so I'm looking for that. But then I'll put those down by my side with the kind of flex, and I'll bend my opposite. And now I'm starting to actually think about the structural muscle that I'm going to use to sing. And I'm rotating my hand in front of my hip and behind my butt, my booty, just thinking about continuing to feel, I'm feeling a stretch in this muscle. I can actually feel things change in this muscle with my fingers here as I move this hand that's down by my side around from front to back, as it's still fingers flexed back toward my face. So I just have to breathe here, and it's easier some days than other days. I'm in a lion's breath because it just helps me to get in the mode. The other thing that really helps me is just to think about, especially early, letting my belly go, like out in front of me. Like, I'm wearing leggings because I've been wearing leggings all year. I also have always really loved wearing leggings. I'm switching sides now to kind of explore what's happening on this side if I rotate my hand. I love leggings, and I'm gonna breathe, and I'm gonna actually think about how it would feel to like drop my stomach. You know, when you sort of think about like dropping your stomach out, like my stomach's coming over my waistline. And then I'm just gonna, when I exhale, I'm gonna inhale and let that really go out. And then when I exhale, I'm not gonna think about sucking my stomach in ever, but I'm just gonna think about pulling my pelvic floor so that it's pointing toward the ground and even sort of scooping up in. So it's like a scoop. This is being my pelvic floor here, scoop. But on the inhale, letting it go down straight, and then exhale, scooping it up. And that's something that I got from a yoga practice that I'll share. Totally not my idea, but when I went back to, as I've come back to this, I've noticed it's helped just thinking about inhale as a time to fully relax my stomach and just everything, my diaphragm, my lungs, and then exhale as a time to scoop in, and then I kind of grow from during the exhale. So I'm letting it out, and then exhale in, even if that's a lion's breath, and growing. And now I'm finding I'm like more ready to, even when I do inhale, I'm still letting my stomach go, but I'm not like hanging it forward as much. But I'm just kind of getting into that alignment that I need. And that can take like I can give myself up to 5-10 minutes to do that if I have it, if I can take it. And then I'm just gonna, sort of check in my side muscles here with my side muscles, and those are feeling pretty good. So the mistake I kept making is thinking that if I'm going to sing a long note, I need to push, or especially a high note, that I need to push a lot of air, and it's always just a steady stream of air. It's never a lot, it's never fast. So it's balloon, and then that really, think of like a thick balloon that really it just inflates slowly, or like a raft or something. Just and as I'm exhaling, I'm thinking about that scoop. So I'm bringing my pelvic floor into the sort of scoop, so my lower abs are coming in just a tiny bit. I almost hate to talk about abs because it makes people tense up. So if that made you tense up, shake it out again, start over. Just pelvic floor, and then slow air. So same technique for singing. So what trips me up often, it will be the onset of the note. And so instead of actually thinking a lot about the onset today, I'm just going to think about letting my lips flutter with while I'm vocalizing. So again, I'm still thinking like I was about my lips coming forward, my tongue. But if I just close my mouth and I try to flutter my lips with that thought, it's actually a lot easier than if I'm all back here. So get forward, remember to check in, and then just pick a note. Hoo for me today. Play with the pitch, stay on it, whatever. Bringing it forward. This is not meant to be loud, it's just meant to be steady. So, and then I'm going to pull it back to a V. So, again, breathing in and thinking on the in, letting it out, but then letting your stomach kind of go, but then on the exhale, a little bit of a scoop. And kind of grow tall, and then probably see the spit because it's right in the direct light here, but just sideways. So I'm on my exhale, I'm going up like this, opening here and just growing a little bit. Letting it go on inhale, exhale. Unfurrowing my brow again. And then the V sound. And I think that's worth a full practice.